Hey heroes!
If you want to learn handstand but you don't know where to start,
if you're scared of falling over,
or if you found videos for beginners before but they're just not really suitable for beginners,
and first step, press to one arm,
then this video is for you. We're going to be sharing our top 3 beginner handstand drills, so stay tuned. Okay heroes, we've been in your position before as beginners, so we know exactly how you feel. That's why we're going to be giving you actionable steps that you can take towards getting the perfect handstand effortlessly every single time.
so here are our top 3 exercises for absolute beginners that will make a huge difference to kickstarting your handstand journey. The first drill we're going to do is alignment position on the floor. This drill is really great because it helps you understand what shape you're trying to make in the air, but we do it first on the floor. To begin with, what happens is when your body doesn't know how to do an action, we use 100% energy, and this allows us to learn what we need and what we don't need. So first of all, Reuben's going to extend the wrists, and he's going to keep his ears super glued to his shoulders. So what he doesn't want to do is stick the head out so the chin comes off the floor like this, so chin stays on the floor, super glue ears to shoulders, and he's just peeking between his hands because this is the position we want to do when we actually learn to kick to handstand. And he wants to resist the banana back, so resist the arch in the lower back, and he wants to squeeze his bum, squeeze the heels together, and squeeze the insides of the thighs together. Now what I want him to do is actively engage his shoulders. He's going to push his armpits down towards the floor but pull his ribs in at the same time. You can see he's really working this active position. Relax. And again, so pushing the armpits down towards the floor, pulling the ribs in. It's got nice flat back position, and we're going to hold for about 20 seconds and repeat for 2 sets. So the second drill we're going to do is handstand plank. This is really good for specific strength in handstand. We want really strong serraceous engagement and activation. So we're going to go for a good plank position, which is hands should be shoulder width apart, which is relative to your shoulder width, okay? Because this is the most stabilized position for the shoulder girdle. And we also want to make sure that the shoulders aren't too far over the wrists and likewise not too far under the wrists. So they want to be directly on top of the wrists. So now what we want to do is we want to keep the ribs tucked in, okay? So he doesn't want to relax, get into that banana back and saggy back. He also doesn't want to compensate by piking in the hips, all right? So like a dodgy down dog position. So the hips want to be level, but he wants to keep the ribs in. Now Reuben used this really great cue, which is he wants to imagine that he's breathing into all of the back, so he's slightly tilting the pelvis, and he wants to actively think about pushing the floor away from him, so this is nice and round. He wants to hold for 20 seconds, repeat for 2 sets.
The third exercise we're going to do is the bunny stack, and it's all about stacking your weight above your hands. Now what this means is to put your hips above your shoulders and your shoulders above your hands so you're in one straight vertical line. Now this exercise can be quite challenging for some people, so we're going to show you a few variations. Now ideally it looks like this, but we're going to start with something like this. And if that's too difficult, you can also do the same thing from a crouched position like this. So let's look at the initial starting position. You want your hands close to your knees, like so. If you have your hands too far away, then to get your shoulders and your hips above your hands is really quite difficult. So hands close to your knees. When you go, you want to imagine that someone's like uppercutting you in the stomach and really push directly, vertically down into the floor. What you don't want to do is close your shoulders too far forwards. This can be quite dangerous. Or open your shoulders and have your weight too much above your toes. You really want the weight in your hands. Now you want to do about 5 reps of this and do 2 sets. We hope that you got a lot of value from this video and that you feel you now have clear exercises that you can do that will really progress you towards your goal, and you have the confidence to actually do those exercises.
So make sure that you click subscribe and the little bell so that you don't miss out on our future knowledge bombs.